Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 2269 Southwest Eastwood Avenue here in Gresham. We're located on the right side of the home here. If you were to build a wall out on this kind of cantilevered part of the house, this is about where you'd have the clean out. This is all open air here. Anyway, we have a 4-inch ABS clean out as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera, check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Here we go. Yeah, we'll take a look at this joint on the way out. It's transitioning here from ABS to PVC, and I think the joint is more than likely tight. I think they just got them just slightly overlapped on each other there. We got another spot there with some standing water. We'll take a look at that on the way out as well when it's all drained. It does transition here over to 6-inch concrete pipe, around 45 feet out. And here at 68 feet out, we have reached the main lateral. I'm going to let the line drain out completely here before reeling back, and I'll also go locate and verify where the line terminates. Alright, located the camera head successfully right out in front of the driveway at the main lateral on Southwest Eastwood Avenue. It looks like the very end of the line here has sunk by a small amount, and it's allowing a small amount of the water from the main to actually divert. That it's very, very minimal. It's nothing that's going to affect the flow. At this point here, the line is all drained out. Now, the one spot I want to look at the closest, we've got a bunch of debris there. There was some standing water on the way out. That was because that was just sitting in the flow line, kind of damming things up. I want to check out this belly, though, on the very end of the PVC pipe. Alright, so this is the belly here all said and done. It's not a terribly long section of the pipe. It's got a fair amount of standing water in it, though. This is one of those spots that if you're watching what goes down the line, you're just putting toilet paper, fold the toilet paper down the toilet, and reasonable amount of food down the disposal, not putting bacon grease and cooking oil and stuff like that down there. This is more than likely not going to affect the flow. It's a fairly short section of pipe. However, with 2 inches of water there and right on a turn in the pipe, if you start putting anything down there, you can see the amount of particulate that's in this water here. If you start putting stuff down the line that shouldn't go down there, huge wads of toilet paper and paper towels and things like that, this can cause a blockage fairly easily. I would call it relatively unlikely as long as you're just using the line how it's supposed to. But with this amount of water here in the line, once you hit around 2 inch of water persisting for around 5 feet is where I typically start seeing just regular old toilet paper and things like that build up. So anyway, I'm going to mark this. I do recommend it be repaired, but if a repair is not done, again, just be mindful as to what's going down the line. At this point here, there's not such a major amount of debris built up that it needs any drain cleaning or anything like that. I will get this marked and do recommend it be corrected. Generally, when you live with a belly, especially if you have a huge difference in the amount of people moving into the house, I highly recommend re-scoping the line in a year, because every household lives vastly different. You could have 2 people in here now and 6 moving in, and something like this can look entirely different when you increase the volume of debris going down the line. Alright, I put some small white markings on the driveway area just because it's the driveway. I don't want to get too much paint out there, but I've got an X at either end of the belly and then a couple dots just mapping out where this turn here is in the line. It's almost on the dot, about 5 feet long. It stretches here from about 40 feet or 39 feet out to 45 feet where it transitions. We got water running here again. Anyway, I do recommend that be fixed. Again, if it's not corrected, this is a belly that it's not so long that it can't be lived with, but there's enough water there, and with that turn amongst the belly, does pose a fairly reasonable likelihood of causing debris to build up and possibly block the line. So that's why I recommend it be fixed. Unfortunately, it's under the driveway, and it's about 6 feet 6 inches deep there at each end. It looks like our water's tapering off here. So this is that joint I want to look at, and it looks like everything here is all tight. You've got overlap of the joint. They were just put together with a small lip there on the pipe. That's nothing I'm concerned about there. Everything's butted up there. I think more than anything, they installed the PVC and then came in with the ABS and just didn't get that angle perfect. And then we have like a bread tie or something that's sticking there, but anyway, that's nothing like a root intrusion. Anyway, aside from the belly, the rest of the line here is in good shape and functions properly. I'm going to reverse direction and scope back towards the home just to get in the exterior pipe here. Oh, I thought this was downspout out here. This is the sewer line that's exposed. So we're going straight up vertical right now. Anyway, that's all the pipe there. There's only about 2 feet of it. Going back the other way, that's under the ground. So anyway, I recommend correcting the belly there from 40 feet to 45 feet. And we've got about 2 inches of standing water there. Now we've got that as well as a turn. The turn poses resistance to begin with. That's a spot where everything will slow down no matter what. You add the standing water in there, and it makes it that much more likely you're going to get debris building up. Again, if you don't repair, just do a re-scope in a year, see what it looks like at that point, and you'll know whether you need to do any kind of drain cleaning just to keep, every year or so, just to keep things cleaned. Aside from the belly, though, the rest of the line is in good shape and has proper flow.